All right, we got some egg boxes down here. This is kind of your own invention.
Modification of what I've learned.
Yeah, at this point, you pretty much know what's going on here. But tell me how you got to be at this point. How many years have you been doing this? Yeah, how many years have you been doing this?
I've been doing this, I guess this is the 5th or 6th year. This is kind of a culmination of the Trout in the Classroom program. And the reason why we do this is because we always buy eggs by the thousands. And we had excess eggs left over from Trout in the Classroom. And I wanted to just not throw them down the drain or just toss them into the river. And I figured, let's do something and find out what other people have done to plant eggs in the river. And that's where I got online like everybody else and found out about the Whitlock vibrant boxes, and actually called up Dave Whitlock and asked him some questions, and he sent me some nice literature and led me to the Federation of Fly Fishers and get all those permits. They're the ones that actually sell the boxes, and you have to be permitted for that too. And then read the literature and picked out a good place in the river where I thought they would mature and wouldn't have too many predators bothering them. Plenty of cold water, plenty of clean cold water.
What is the temperature of this water?
Right now we're about mid-50s, about 55 right now.
And I should have mentioned that your name is Jimbo Roberts.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll be on the credits at the end of the movie along with Joe.
And this is Joe, my partner in crime.
But Joe, my understanding was earlier. Say your last name for me so I don't butcher it too bad.
O-L-A-G-U-E, Olagi.
Olagi, Joe Olagi. Now Joe, they had 7 people lined up to carry rocks and drag things down here. How is it that you were here alone?
I got a call from Jimbo. Jimbo said he needed me, so I was available.
Yeah. I assume you have a commitment to this river.
Well, I love this river, yeah. Anybody that's fished this can't help but love it.
And how long have you known the Guadalupe?
Oh my, many years. I was born in Austin, so I've known about it all the time, all my life.
You see a lot of changes on it?
Lots of changes, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
How long ago was the first time we had rainbow trout here?
How long ago?
Yeah.
I think Jimbo's...
That's when Jimbo carried it and tossed it in. That's when we know.
Jimbo just whispered 1968.
1968. Now, since this project has started, I understand this river's been scoured many times.
Many times.
And
This is a flood and drought type of a river. I mean, it's not flooding. It's high and muddy. It's dropping and getting lower. Pretty much saw the same thing you see in all Central Texas streams and rivers. They're spring fed, of course, eventually if you go far enough upstream.
Now, I heard you mention something that's near and dear to my heart. Watercress.
Watercress, okay. Yeah, we started a program a couple of years ago. We have several programs for river enhancements. And one of them was the watercress program. And that program was designed to plant watercress upstream where the river is deficient in it. The 2002 flood that we had here scoured the river of a lot of the vegetation. And then we decided to take watercress from areas lower in the river that have a lot of it and move it upstream and plant it there where it can root, and then it can propagate downstream and put watercress in other areas as it moves downstream.
I assume watercress is naturally occurring here.
Watercress is naturally occurring. It helps feed the insects and the minnows that support all the higher predators and our trout.
So you guys are really about the environment.
Yes.
You can't have a project like this
like
without
they say,
that.
build it and they will come. It's all about, we can enhance this river. If you make this river a suitable place for those fish and animals to grow and insects, they will fill the niche once they're established. And that's the whole thing. If we can make this better in any way, we'll have a better fishery. And that's what we're all about.
It's clear that you guys have enhanced the sport of fly fishing a great deal. But not only that, there are a lot of people that come to this river to take away meat.
Yep, that's true. That's within their rights. As long as you do it within the state laws, we don't mind doing it. I mean, that's what this was all when it started. It was considered a put-and-take fishery.
Tell us what that is.
Fish, people come and take them out, take them home and eat them, and they didn't expect them to live through the summer.
But they did.
Yes, subsequent studies found that the fish were summering over, especially when we had higher flows. The water comes out from the bottom of Canyon Lake, which is over 120 feet deep, and the water usually comes out around 50 degrees, give or take 5 degrees.
How far from the dam are we?
About 4 miles from the dam right here.
What would it take to make from here to the dam? I know you can't do it right at the dam because of the public access there. To make this a protected area for the rainbow to have a chance of reproducing, as far as?
That's a good question. We're already under a special limited harvest zone in this area. It's called the trophy trout zone, and it's called limited or delayed harvest. The anglers can only retain one fish over 18 inches per day, caught using artificial lures or flies. In areas outside this zone, it's 5 fish, any legal fishing method per day, per angler.
Now, we always hear about a lot of stuff is done with fishing permits and money that comes from buying fishing licenses. You guys are something else. Tell us about your organization.
Well, GRTU started in 1968. We call them the Dirty Dozen. A bunch of guys decided that after they built Canyon Lake and they saw the cold water coming out, they realized that this cold water was going to displace the warm water fishery. And they decided, well, you know, we ought to put something in there that the public can use and enjoy. And they got together with Texas Parks and Wildlife, and they did a bunch of studies, and they did experimental stockings, and they actually used trout that were left over from the Lone Star outdoor seminars. They had these trout ponds, and Lone Star Beer sponsored these things, and they actually donated the fish left over from these activities to Texas Parks and Wildlife, and they stocked them in the river. And they've done many, many, many studies since then. That's a long time ago. And we're just kind of continuing those efforts to see what we can do to enhance the fishery and make this a better trout fishery. So,
Lone Star Beer. That's the one we should be drinking, huh?
Key ingredient to this.
It's a school video, so that'll be cut out.
Remember, legal drinking age and all that.
All that, yeah, you bet. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all including White Oak in this adventure, and we hope to do many, many more things with you in the years to come. Hopefully some of our 8th grade students that are participating in it this year will be joining you guys on the river and promoting this project in years to come. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Watch the blog. There'll be more on this.
Ah, good.